On Barry Charles News tonight, 50 months P. Diddy. Is Jlo and Ben Affleck getting back together? Hell no. And Keith Urban with Maggie. Well, let's get to it right here, right now on Barry Charles News. Yes, first of all, P. Diddy, 50 months jail time. He's very, very lucky. That's all I can say. There's talks that he was crying in court and all that, with the grey hair and all that. To me, he's just got off lightly. They could have thrown the book at him, but they didn't. Whether it's because he's got some of the police in there and he was able to get a lighter sentence in terms of when they went to judge him, I don't know. That's what they're talking. But the man had to be stopped, and they finally stopped him. And to be honest, he's probably not the kingpin. He was just a puppet in the stress of things, and they didn't look at the people above him. And that's simple as that. He was the easy get, the black man. He was the one showing all the videos. He had all the incriminations. The other guys in the background, all hiding in the background. The Kutchers, the Kevin Harts, all these people. No defamation. There's all alleged stuff, but I'm talking about people in the background. They know who they are. They're not going to say who they are, but these are the people that are letting out the fellatios, if you can understand what I'm saying. The man doing stuff to other men, and underage women, all this sort of stuff. This is what's happening in the world out there when it comes to this stuff. So P. Diddy is a sad man, deranged man. Did he do something to Justin Bieber, allegedly? I believe some of the stuff has happened, and this is justice for that. Should he have got more? Absolutely, but at the end of the day, they have given him the sentence, and we'll move on, and more than likely it'll probably drop down to 3 years. Who knows? We will see how that works going forward as they appeal the situation out there. But some crazy stuff out there in terms of P. Diddy. Yes, so Jlo and Ben Affleck getting back together. Are they absolutely kidding yourselves? Absolutely kidding. They're looking smug on the red carpet. Are you kidding me? They are just absolutely doing it to try and sell their latest video out there, movie out there. It's just absolute madness that people will think that this is a true story, that they're going to get back together. It's absolute no chance happening, and it's just sad news that people believe the stuff out there. But people watch it, and I understand they do, hoping for the miracle that they get back together. But let's get frank, it ain't happening. It's out the door, out the gate. See you later. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's mystery lover. Yes, this 20-year-old Maggie, guitarist. What's doing there? There's a whole lot of not doing there. Well, who knows if they had some sort of one-night stand, allegedly. Who knows? I'm not saying that didn't happen, but to saying that they broke up the marriage, well, it would be a story, absolutely, and that's why people are talking about it. But in the reality of it all, as simple as this. From what reading between the lines of all the garbage that's getting talked out there, this is basically what you're getting at. You got two high-profile celebrities with conflicting careers. So you have the musician that's traveling all around the world, different days. So he might be, say, Urban's in the US. He might be there for a month or 2 months. And then he goes off to Europe, and he's in Europe for a couple of months. And he goes to Asia for a couple of months. So, I mean, in their cycle, they can be touring non-stop all the time. And very rarely they see their husband or wife. Music side. So we go, and then you go to the music. You can be at the movies. Nicole Kidman, you could be shooting a scene for 3 months, 4 months, and you're away from the partner that way. And they have to travel to you backwards and forwards. So, from reading between all these lines, Nicole Kidman went to Nashville, stayed there, she's the one that did more of the compromising and realised that he does a lot of his singing out of there. So she made the commitment to move there. But in recent times, from what I can gather from all the talking around, Nicole Kidman had enough. You either compromise and come be part of the family, or out the door. And I think at the end of the day, I think Keith Urban didn't want to compromise, and we've got to this divorce. So it's going to be interesting to see what the future holds there. But just plain speaking, in terms of this, I mean, both people at the end of the day are going to have differences, but I think the differences was that in the end was that Keith Urban didn't want to compromise as much as Nicole Kidman, and at the end of the day, Nicole Kidman has said, "That's it. See you later. Let's move on. I need to live my life, and I don't want someone in my life that doesn't want to compromise and work together as a team." And that's what happens in relationships. And you have to work as a team if you want a long-lasting relationship. You can stay together and it's not working because you do it because it's an arranged marriage, or how it would feel for the rest of the family if you break up. But at the end of the day, you've got to have that loving connection. You've got to have that friendship, as I've talked about on this channel before. You've got to have that friendship. But yes, in terms of that, it's just interesting to see. But let's try and sum up this celebrity news for you. Pdiddy. Yes, Pdiddy. 50 months. Is it too low? Absolutely. This guy was just doing whatever he wanted with whoever he wanted. Guy, gal, trans, whatever you want to call it. The whole lot. He was just doing what he wanted. Underage. They would do, he's not the only one. He's just the fallout guy. They've got someone. But there's tens of thousands of these celebrities doing this stuff. Absolutely, guarantee there's heaps of people doing this rubbish. They just don't get caught. I mean, obviously R. Kelly got caught as well, and we finally seen a white man get caught, or a few white men get caught. But it needs to continue to get this cycle out of here. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays on, carrying on. But he should be a free man probably in 3 years, I think, maybe less, and he goes on to home detention. Be interesting to see how that all plays out. In terms of Jlo, that's been a fleck, that ain't happening. Just move on. Sayonara. See you later. Thank you very much. In terms of the Kidman thing, will we get the truth? Will we finally get the actual truth? We will see who gets that interview. That is the key. Who gets that interview with Nicole Kidman or the Keith Urban to get their side of the story. If you get that interview, whoever gets that interview and asks us the right questions, wowza. But I think it'll take a while before that even gets to that point. It might take a year or so when they're ready, after they've officially divorced, all that stuff, before they actually talk. Some people do talk earlier, but I believe it's going to take a little time before we get there. But will the 60 minutes get the exclusive, or will the exclusive happen overseas in different genres? There's so many different ways that people can talk these days. It's going to be, will like Jimmy Fallon get an interview? I know he's a comedian, but can he get with Nicole Kidman? This is really going to be interesting stuff moving forward with it. But anyway, that's your Barry Charles news for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you at the